Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm excited to introduce two related but new indicators in my collection called paraBOB and paraBOB Plus, which are essentially the Breakout Buddy adaptive Donchian channel that have been integrated with parabolic style exits. So if you look on the right, you have these adaptive channel painted here with the green region showing alongside breakout, and then the dots here are the parabolic style exits that are fully integrated with the adaptive channel. So the starting point is related to the breakout in the adaptive channel and so forth. So let's take a closer look. A gentle reminder, past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results, and whenever you have a new indicator or hypothetical performance, you should make sure you understand its strengths and limitations. So BOB stands for the Breakout Buddy Adaptive Channel that I created for TrendSpider. It's called the Chande Breakout Buddy Adaptive Donchian Channel, which is an adaptive channel that uses stochastic average true range to automatically adjust the length and offset of the price channel. So for detailed discussion, you can consult the uh, TrendSpider website under Trading Tools Store, and there's a pretty detailed discussion. So paraBOB and paraBOB Plus are sort of cousins, and we have integrated the parabolic accelerating stops inspired by the parabolic SAR indicator with the BOB indicator. So essentially, we have connected the accelerating stops to the breakout channel. So the difference is that paraBOB has a maximum of 10 exit speeds, so 5 preset speeds each for long and short exits. However, the paraBOB Plus can have infinitely many exits by individually setting the parabolic exit parameters for the long exit and the short exit. So the fundamental difference is that the paraBOB has a maximum of 10 exits, and the paraBOB Plus can have infinitely many exits. Now let's start with the clean sheet daily data for TSM or Taiwan Semiconductor. So on the previous chart, I've plotted the adaptive Donchian channel, which essentially is this channel here that adapts to market volatility using stochastic ATR, and the length of the channel, that is the length of the look back period, and the offset are changed automatically. And I've painted downside breakouts in red and the upside breakouts in green. So this is the same data as before, but now we've added the red dots for the short side exit and the green dots for the long side exit. And if you look at the signature of this exit, it looks similar to the parabolic SAR in terms of how it's accelerating. However, if you were to actually plot the parabolic SAR onto this chart, you'll find it's impossible to control the starting point for the parabolic SAR and the ending point for the parabolic SAR. And of course, it would get hacked in these consolidations. So it's very difficult to integrate the parabolic SAR with the price channel, but that's what we have accomplished with a little bit of engineering. So let's look at the parameter inputs for the paraBOB indicator. We have the min length and max length for the Donchian channel. We have the min offset and max offset for the Donchian channel, and the algorithm will choose the values automatically. We have the choice to pick a long exit speed and short exit speed, and here we can pick any number between 1 and 5, and higher the number, faster the speed. And then there's just a couple of switches to either paint both the long exit and the short exit, or just one or the other. And of course, you can change the color of the various indicators as you need, depending on whether you have a bright setup or a dark scheme. Now, I've set two versions of this parameter at the same, of this indicator at the same time, and the difference is that here we have a speed of 1 and here we have a speed of 3, and I'm not painting the short side exit for a clearer presentation. And the speed of 3 has black dots and the speed of 1 has green dots. So let's see how it looks like. So here we are, TSM daily data, two sets of dots, black dots with a speed of 3, green dots with a speed of 1. Higher the speed, the faster they move, and that's clearly the case here. Now you can choose a range of speeds from 1 through 5 based on your individual preference and trading needs. So now let's add the paraBOB plus indicator. This indicator has more inputs. The initial inputs are the same for min length, max length, min offset, and max offset. But for the exits now we have two inputs rather than one input. So we have to input the maximum step size and the ramp length, that is how quickly you want the exit to ramp up. And you can select those for the long exit and the short exit. Now in this particular case, what I've done is I've turned off the short exit. So we just have to look at the long exit for clarity. And I've kept the maximum step size the same, 0.2 and 0.2, but the ramp length is different. So this has 50 with green dots and a ramp length of 200 with black dots. So let's see how that looks. So here we have the paraBOB plus with the same step size or maximum step size of 0.2, but a different ramp length of 50 and 200. So a shorter ramp length means that the exit will ramp up much faster, and a longer ramp length means it'll ramp up more slowly. So imagine that now instead of using a fixed value between 1 and 5, you can have infinitely many values as you play around with different combination of step size and ramp length. And again, it's up to you to choose which works better for you. So back to the settings for paraBOB plus. In this case, we'll fix the ramp length at 100 for both indicators, but we'll use two different step sizes or maximum step sizes, a 0.2 max or a 0.05 max. And let's see how that works. Back to TSM daily data, you can see the orange dots, which are the short side exit, but we're not changing anything there. On the long side, we have green dots with a step size max of 0.2 and ramp length of 100, and black dots with a max step of 0.05 and the ramp length of 100. So even if we use the same ramp length, we can make the exits behave very differently by changing the maximum step size. So in other words, you can play with the exit strategies by changing the max step and the ramp length, and you can choose whichever combination that works best for your trading style. So the paraBOB indicator has a unique advantage. It is a powerful integration of the adaptive channel with the parabolic SAR-inspired exits. So again, we're combining two contradictory approaches to trading, but the focus is on exit strategies. And here we also have a very fancy entry strategy because it's adaptive. And of course, it can be used at any time period and symbol or exchange. And the difference between paraBOB and paraBOB plus is that the paraBOB has a maximum of 10 exit speeds, 5 preset speeds each for long and short exits, but the paraBOB plus can have infinitely many exits by individually setting the max step size and the ramp length. Thank you very much, and I hope you'll enjoy using it in your trading.